Hey, what's up, guys? So I'm gonna make a track using the checklist that the professor laid out. I'm trying to do this as quickly as possible. Getting this under 5 minutes is like really hard. Okay, so the checklist is name your file, set your audio preferences. Audio preferences covers bitrate, sample rate, selecting and setting your interface, and setting your buffer size. So let's go into FL Studio. Okay, so I'm gonna go to options, audio settings, and then the sample rate I have at 4800. Right there is where you select it. Bitrate I have at 24. Okay, so we'll do that, and then let's make a track. I'm gonna do kick, clap, kick, clap. Let's see how that sounds. Real basic and easy. And then I'm gonna add a bass line. So I'll go to channels, add a channel. I'm gonna do SimSynth, which is like the free synth that comes with FL Studio. I'm just gonna choose a bass guitar preset, and then I'm gonna go into the piano roll and then put down a bass line real quick. So let's do like G, G, A sharp, and then let's go like G3. Kind of extend that up and see what that sounds like. That's fine. Okay, so now we have like our percussion and our bass line. So let's add a guitar. I'm gonna go to add a channel again, and I'm gonna do FL Slayer, which is the guitar synth that comes through with FL Studio. And then back into my piano roll, and it's already selected the Slayer. This is where you choose which channel you want. And so then I'm gonna map out like a guitar riff. So I'll do G, G, A sharp, and then I'll do like a note descension. So I'll do D sharp. I don't want it there though. So I'm gonna do D sharp, C sharp, C. This is like the blues scale. So let's see how that sounds. Okay, so now what I would normally do here is I would play live guitar. I would record guitar over this, and then I would delete the guitar that I just put down. So this would just be like mapped out for me to play along with, so my timing and stuff was right. And then I would delete this, and I would have my recorded actual guitar playing. But I don't have time to record guitar. So that's what I like to do. I like to map out the notes in the piano roll and play along with them. Obviously, you can also have your metronome going up here, and you can play along with that. Of course, if you play an instrument, I recommend that you learn to count with a metronome, but whatever. Okay, so now pattern 1 is the pattern we just made, and now I'm gonna, okay, so now I'm gonna put that down as our track, right? Okay, so now it would be time to record. So I'm gonna set my buffer. So I'm gonna go back into audio settings and then show audio panel, which is the panel for the sound card. And I'm going to set my buffer to 128 samples. And your buffer is how much time you give your computer to process the information that you're giving it. So the longer your buffer, the higher your buffer samples, the more delay there's going to be while you're recording, and that will become apparent the higher you make your buffer. So for recording, we want 128, which is what I just set it to. So you can see, right, show audio panel. So I set my buffer to 128, and I'll bring that higher and higher and higher as I get underruns when I go into like mixing and stuff. So now what I would do, I would go, how much time is left? Okay, 4 minutes. Okay, I would go into my mixer, and then I would select a channel to record into. And then here where it says in, which I think is input, that's where I would choose my USB device, which is my audio interface. And then I would go up to here, which is like the record button, and I would record into my Edison audio editor. And then what I would do, under normal circumstances, you know, you want to record like each thing. You want to do like multiple takes until you get each part right. And your track would normally be like different patterns and stuff. So you just select like this one pattern. I hit control and left mouse button, and I selected this, and then it will just keep playing that over and over again. You can see that I come in here and record, and I would just record it over and over and over until I had a track that I was happy with. And I would come here and I would select the track that I was happy with, and I would move that into the playlist. And then that would be track 244 or whatever. So then like drag sample, you can come here and select it, but it's already gonna be selected. And then you can lay that down as your second track, right? Okay, so then this would normally be my live guitar that I recorded into, how much time is left? It's at 5 minutes right now. Okay, this is a little long. I'm trying to end it like right now. Okay, so then what I would have done is hooked up my guitar into my instrument input right there on my interface, and then I have my microphone right here, so then I could also record from my amplifier, which is right there. Not an ideal setup because you want your amplifier isolated normally so that you can like get a good amp sound or whatever. Okay, so then that would be like our track, which I just completely messed up. So our track would be like the pattern that we made and the thing that we just recorded, like that. Okay, so then what I would do is render it to an audio file. Okay, so I would save it as Coursera, let's say, right? So now it's saved as a name that I'll remember. I'm going to save. Yeah, I want to replace the other one that I made. Okay, I'm going to save it as a WAV file. There's two types of files. They can be compressed or uncompressed. WAV is an uncompressed file, so it's lossless, meaning it doesn't lose any data. MP3 is a lossy file, which means it's compressed and it loses some data. So we'll save it as a WAV file. And there we go. And I think we're done.